Next up is DNA talking about their IPv6 success story. And I'm going to guess Oskari. Is that the? Yep. Microphone's on the right.
Thanks. Okay, hi, my name is Oskari Rasi, and I'm here to talk about DNA's IPv6. Yep. Back in 2015, Figaro had announced Finnish national IPv6 launch date. And DNA decided to participate and enable IPv6 to all consumer products that supported IPv6. Backbone network had already supported IPv6 for a long time. We had a slow start. IPv6 was first tested internally. Testing was done with all broadband technologies, mobile and fixed. For customers, IPv6 was first enabled on mobile broadband and cable. On mobile, IPv6 was enabled one customer group at a time. And on cable side, IPv6 was first enabled to a small group of customers and then all the rest. On BNG, IPv6 was enabled one BNG at one go, and the timeline is there in the bottom. This is how IPv6 usage or capability is seen by AppNic. We are a little over 60% now, and the red line is capability, and blue line is capability, and red line is preferred IPv6. And here's a similar graph showing IPv6 usage seen by Akamai, and it's almost 60% also. And total IPv6 traffic volume is lower than the capability because not all services are available with IPv6. In the top you can see mobile traffic, and in the middle cable, and lowest is BNG. And this is compared to the percentage from the total volume of traffic. Address and prefix delegation. Mobile devices and mobile phones and other devices get /64. Fixed broadband connections get /56 with prefix delegation, and /64 address assignment with DHCPv6. BNG has internal DHCPv6 server, and we use radios for static IPv6 assignments if we have customers that want static. On cable ISC, DHCPv6 servers are used for cable customers. Problems and challenges with IPv6. A lot of services still are not available with IPv6. That's a challenge, of course. If and when CPE devices do not support IPv6, customers are pretty slow to renew their equipment. Some CPE devices do not have IPv6 turned on by default, but if you get your CPE devices from us, they all have IPv6 turned on by default. If IPv6 is not turned on by default, users usually don't do it by themselves. Sometimes CPU or mobile phone software updates might turn IPv6 off. We have seen this a couple of times, but it's not a huge problem. In one case, mobile data roaming was not working because of IPv4 v6 configuration on SIM subscription. This was fixed and not seen since then. And then we had this one CPE router model that had active ping monitoring to default gateway, and after our BNG upgrade, software upgrade, BNG stopped answering access side ping with IPv6, and this caused IPv6 interface on the CPE to go down. CPE still had IPv6 addresses, but was not using it. This was only covering a small group of customers, but anyway, we didn't get any complaints. Altogether, problems related to IPv6 are extremely rare. So not many cases that we have had. This was one interesting thing back in 2015. Google blocked one of our query resolvers, and the total IPv6 traffic volume dropped about 35% for IPv6. The total traffic volume didn't drop at all because IPv4 was working just fine, and customers really didn't notice any loss of traffic.
How was this resolved?
This was resolved by contacting Google, and they disabled the block, and it was fixed. They really didn't know what caused it, but they said that one of our resolver was behaving somewhat badly at the time. Why IPv6? IPv4 address run out, of course. You really can't get any more IPv4 addresses, or if you can, you probably have to pay a lot of money for those addresses. One reason is savings on carrier-grade NAT investment. IPv6 traffic can bypass GGN, and one reason is there really is no additional hardware investments needed to enable IPv6, because nowadays all network equipment support IPv6. Or if it doesn't, don't buy it. And the best way to get expertise and knowledge on IPv6 is to turn it on and just use it, rather than just reading or hearing about it. And in my opinion, there's really no reason why you shouldn't do this. So that's it in short. Do you have any questions, comments?
Nope.
Will work. Now it seems to work. And now I forgot the question. You have a question.
Well, not a question, but well, I have
could
to
you say who you are for the webcast,
okay,
please?
I'm Klaus Nieminen from Traficom.
Yeah. Hi.
Basically, I'd like to thank DNA for actually being a really active participant in the launch and basically what you have done. Just for a reminder that it would be really nice to see also the rest of the ISPs to take IPv6. I mean, we had a pretty good coverage now in Finland, but well, the work is not yet done, I think.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Now I remember my question. So
Could you introduce yourself for the
I am
webcast?
Aleksi Suhonen from Trex, the local exchange points. So I wanted to ask you about your T-shirt.
Yeah.
It is an IPv6 security course by RIPE Training, and I thought just a few words. How was your experience?
Yeah,
getting the
actually,
T-shirt?
I didn't take a course. I got this from RIPE meeting last time. But this was only IPv6 shirt that I had. That's why I'm wearing it now. Yeah.
Well, I do have another question.
Yeah, sure.
Some years ago, I heard from a smaller Finnish network that when they enabled IPv6 on all their consumer customers,
Yeah.
they started getting really weird queries in their help desk where, like, Wirely, the Finnish broadcasting website, didn't work, but MTV did work. Some other site didn't, but Google did, and so on. And it took them a while before they realized that all the sites that did work were IPv6 and IPv4 sites didn't work, or single stack IPv4 servers didn't work. So
So are they using some kind of IPv6 only?
no, it
No.
was it was dual stack,
Okay.
but they had a case that it was basically Ethernet was the access medium.
Yeah.
And there were cases then where their customers' IPv4 connectivity somehow failed,
Okay.
and IPv6 still remained working.
Okay.
So they were first baffled by this, that IPv6 was more resilient.
Yeah.
I mean, both the end users and the help
Yeah,
desk.
yeah.
But then when they recognized, they added those questions into their questionnaire. Does this site work? Does this site work? When somebody responded that half
Yeah.
the internet doesn't work. Have you experienced anything like this? Do you have any insight into help desk questions?
I guess we haven't seen this problem in yeah. But if there has been, if I remember correctly, there has been some case that IPv4 was not working and IPv6 was working, but I really don't remember that case anymore. So
Okay.
good. So, but yeah, how was that resolved? By the way.
Well, it was resolved. Basically, it was a student network.
Okay. Yeah.
So all the gear was random.
Yeah.
So it was natural that sometimes it doesn't work.
Mhm.
And basically they resolved it by instructing the help desk to ask some methodical questions to identify if it's IPv4 that's broken or IPv6
Yeah.
or both.
Yeah, we actually did have for our help desk, we had a basic set of questions, and what should they do if they thought it was IPv6 related? Go to the testing site and then conduct the technical side to resolve the problem. But
Yeah.
yeah,
IPv6-test.
yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, hi, Heikki from NetPlaza. So,
Hi.
what is the ratio of abuse reports that you get from IPv6 from your IPv6 customers compared to the IPv4? Is it 0 to 100 or?
I really don't know about the ratio, but there has been really few abuse or cases related to IPv6, but there are some. But maybe does Panu know? No.
Continuation
Yeah.
question: do you think it's because abuse data is not so much handled on IPv6, or
Yeah, we handle it. So, but
no? But I mean,
yeah,
reported.
yeah.
There's not that many people reporting that.
Yeah, that might be the reason why.
Yeah, I'm just interested in the real life experience. That are you actually getting abuse reports out of your IPv6 customers? And it sounds not so much.
Not so much, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least legal queries about some IPv6 addresses have come in.
Hi, I'm Susan Forney from Hurricane Electric. I can actually respond to your question about whether or not we see a lot of abuse on IPv6. Hurricane Electric has one of the largest IPv6 networks in the world. We see a lot of IPv6 traffic. We do not see as much abuse on IPv6 as we do on IPv4. And I believe that is because most spammers, phishers, and other purveyors of naughtiness want to reach as large of a customer base as possible, and most of them are on IPv4 right now. So that's where they go. But some of them do try to do this stuff across IPv6, and we do see it.
Yeah.
Mikko from Kuuma. What do you think will be the last service will be enabled for IPv6 in your network, and why is that?
That's a good question. Do you have any?
How about voice interconnect?
That might be one, but actually, for mobile side, we are actually pretty much using IPv6, but that's on the access side. So let's see.
Aksu from Czechs again. Do you deploy, or are you considering deploying DNS64 and NAT64? Somebody else will answer.
DNS64, NAT64. We have some tests done on NAT64, I think, but I haven't done those. So.
Okay.
So.
You haven't seen the need yet, because I guess you are still dual stacked everywhere.
Yeah, dual stacked everywhere. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much. Good talk. And he'll be around later if people have got more questions.